Now, number 4. This one I love. Focus on the emotional state, not the logical dilemma. I absolutely love this one because let's use this quote first to begin. You can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. Oftentimes, stressful questions, things that we feel stuck, places where we feel stuck, there's this system that we're using that actually produced the same system we're trying to answer the question with is the same system that produced the problem in the first place. And so what I have found is there are a few ways that you can use that you could actually focus in on the emotional state, not just the logical dilemma. Often the logical dilemma, once you've gone through pro and con lists and things like that, go down to what you either prefer, or instead of what you prefer, they come down to this place of what is your actual emotional dilemma in this situation, your emotional call that you are looking to accomplish. Now, 2 more quotes from David Hawkins. We tend to do just about anything to avoid facing that feeling of inner emptiness. That's a very, 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 very deep part of the human experience. Is we often make decisions to make more money, to impress other people, to look bigger than we are, mainly because of an inner emptiness, lacking self-worth, insecurity, doubting ourselves, things like this. And so that's the first quote. The second one is don't look for answers. Instead, let go of the feeling behind the question. This quote means so much because if you think about it, if you don't look for answers, instead let go of the feeling behind the question. First you look for the feeling behind the question, but then you're not looking for the answer. What's behind the question? So you're asking yourself possibly, where should I live? This is a question I was just exploring for myself as I'm considering moving. Often the questions would lead to, logically, I could think about this city or that city or this city or that place, and then that home or that home or that home or that home. And then when you start comparing homes, right, there's 700 different things you can consider. Well, they're all in a decently safe area. Okay, great, that's fine. How close is it to the freeway? What's it look like? How new is it? Is it older? What's the lease look like? How much space is there? How many bedrooms? Is there a garage? Is there a place to walk that's nearby? There are so many questions you could ask. That is the logical dilemma. Should I live here? Should I live there? Should I live there? Behind the question, what are you looking for in that place that you want to live? Well, emotionally, in this case, I could answer something like, I want to look good in front of other people. Interesting. So I want to look bigger than I am. Okay, so is that why I'm considering this place or this place or this place? And then his quote is, let go of the feeling behind the question. But at the same time, what I would say is, to some extent, is like, what are you trying to fill? That often gives you the preference. And then just another whole vantage point of this, Tony Robbins talks about making decisions from a place of peace, more so thankfulness. So he does his little exercise where he experiences like just heavy amounts of gratitude, truly thinking about moments where he's grateful, really, really grateful for things that have happened in his life, and thinking about one experience in great detail, almost feeling it basically, and then doing that again, and then doing that again. And then after that, just being so thankful, then feeling that emotional state of gratitude, of inner peace, and then saying, what's the best outcome here? Another option is just go laugh. I love watching comedians. And so I have watched some of these like comedy specials on Netflix so many times because I absolutely love that space of just like, it's purely for fun. It's not serious. They'll talk politics. They'll talk all these different things. It's purely to laugh. And those moments create an inner calm. So if you feel really tense and you can't solve a problem and you're really trying to solve the problem, staying really tense might not be the answer. Maybe you could ask them, why are you so tense? Finding that feeling behind the question. What is causing that tension? And being able to see where it's coming from. Focusing on the emotional state. Often when the question is too hard to answer, the emotional state is the answer. Finding out where you are emotionally and then making a decision out of the proper emotional state. When you feel there are no more options, there often are way more options. So if you feel it's an either or, there's probably a lot more out there. Final note here that I want to touch on is there's a great insight when you consider many options that can come, which is there's an example of a story where pianists were given this experience of, given this challenge of trying to reach a 15-key jump and learning it and they only had like 180 times or 190 times to try to do it. So what would happen is when people were practicing, some people were practicing the 15-key jump for that 190 times. Other people would practice an 8-key jump, a 10-key jump, a 12-key jump, a 15-key jump, and a 17-key and a 19-key jump for that same 190 times within that allotted 190 times. What they were doing is they were building a bit of experience between the distances. The following example, and this comes from the book Range, Why Generalists Triumph in a Specialized World. He talks about even for like Shaquille O'Neal, who struggled with free throws. They said he should shoot the basketball a few feet forward, a few feet ahead of the free throw, and a few feet behind the free throw, closer to the 3-point line. That way he can get the full experience of, it's almost like building boundaries. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're looking for a specific tutorial, please check out our channel. And if you can't find it, let us know in the comments below. What do you need help with to develop your site to make it effective and better for all your users? Finally, sign up for our newsletter. Our newsletter is a great way to stay up to date with anything happening on Squarespace, new features, new tutorials that we post, new features for SEO or updates on SEO, any of that stuff that will help you be more effective. Our newsletter is a great way to stay connected with that as updates come. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.